Hey, Dr. Elliott. Hey, Dr. Elliott. This is Mecca from the SK Marketing Firm. I'm the one that spoke with you. And I said I was going to make some videos just to help you out and, educate you a little bit more on the process. That way you could be more informed, make an informed decision just like you are the physician, and just help you out before we meet up on Tuesday at Il Pizarro, I believe. So what we're going to do is start off with the most basic thing that probably makes the most sense. It's probably this website issue. It's kind of hard to make an impact online if you don't have a site up to, promote your business. So what I'm going to do in this video is just give you a little overview of how to build, not how to build it, the overview of the popular website platforms and why it's important to have a website that matters. So over here on my site, skmarketing.com/website build. So I went here, then I went to services, then I went to digital design, and then I went to website build. So what you want to do is essentially pick a website to build. So there's two really popular platforms that people use to build websites. We have my favorite, which is Weebly, and then we have WordPress, which is also another popular one amongst the websites that I build for clients. And what a website allows you to do is essentially you can scroll through and have a visibility. People can read up your information. And the reason why it's important is because when we're looking for you, we don't see you. All we just see, I don't have any information on you. We just have one review from this local guy, and there's no information about you or nothing. So if we had a website, for example, and I'm going to use mine as an example because it's pretty easy to do. You see how for me, it's like I have me, then I have my team right here who are able to help with me. They can read up about me, they can see what we're about. You don't have that. So you need to have that as part of your repertoire, your profile, to establish your own online credibility. Just to emphasize the point, let's just go to someone else that these guys don't have a website because I could tell they don't have, this says website, these guys don't have a website. So it's all like, that's not good. So let's move on. So let's type in iDoctorDC and let's compare the websites of someone else. That way you can see and compare to what your competitors are doing. So these guys are some of the biggest guys. We have eye doctors of Washington Eye Associates. Let's just go with the first guy. So Washington Eye Associates. You see how they have a website, new patient center, payment options. They essentially you're able to find out who they are. You're able to see who the doctors are, what they do, and essentially it's a great credibility builder. So if you have one that was nice and it was optimal, you would build credibility a lot faster than just relying on some Google review thing. That doesn't even have your picture. If we went to your thing, you guys don't even have a picture if I'm correct. It's just a review, one review, and that's it. And you guys get a lot of referrals. However, this would be a way to help you get more patients. And then in addition to that, not all websites are created equal. For example, you can have a website that looks nice. However, if your website, remember we talked about this study right here, in the last video we talked about how you want your website to be seen higher up because you get more calls doing that. You don't want your website to be looking pretty and it's over here off the page, like on number 23, because no one's going to see you. If we scroll down, the article talks about how most people stay on page 1. Barely anyone wants to go to page 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You see how small it gets? So you want to be on page 1. So if we look at your competitors, they can have a nice website. So let's just go down. And let's just type in iDoctorDC, and let's see what shows up. So you see that the first people are Yelp, then we have eDow, ZocDoc, and then Washington Eye Doctors, which are these guys. Washington Eye Associates, then we have Washington Eye Doctors, my eye doctor, then here's Washington Eye Associates. These guys are on the bottom page 1. You don't want, I can just explain it like this. Just because you build a website does not mean you're going to get seen, because if building a website means you get seen, then only page 1 would exist. There would only be a page 1. Guess what? There's a page 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. And guess what are on all these Google pages? You guessed it, they're websites. Other people have websites. And obviously their websites aren't on page 1 or else they'd be right here. However, just because you build a website does not mean you could be on page 1. You may be on page 10 for all we know. So while building a quality website is part of the equation, there's a lot more to it, like content, backlinks, being seen, citations, because these guys are not being seen here. These guys are not being seen here. Obviously, they're getting referrals from their own MedStar. However, as far as traffic, not getting seen, and that's not good. So that's tip number 1.